Let's start off with a question. Really think about it. What if you followed someone you admired, someone you trusted to fight for the things you believed in, only to find out they end up supporting the very thing they claimed to oppose? Imagine they inspired a mission in you, something only you and a few others could carry out. And then they flip. Suddenly, the person you looked up to, the one who was supposed to stand for the truth, is on the other side. At first, your brain freaks out. Delusion, grief, confusion, it all hits you at once. You go through the emotional ringer, maybe even all 7 stages of grief. Finally, you face them. And what do you feel? Disgust. Every belief, every action, every ounce of loyalty, you gave it to them. And now, they're smiling, but a forced smile, while standing with the very enemy they once opposed. Yeah, that's Tarn from IDW. Before we get too far into the video, let me shout out 2 of my favorite characters from the comic book so far, Chrome Dome and Brainstorm. My fellow Brainstorm and Chrome Dome fans, I might make a video on them, but do not keep me to my word. So yeah, I just want to shout out these 2 little guys because they're some of my favorite characters so far. But alright, anyway, back to Tarn. He's one of my favorite villains from IDW's Transformers. Honestly, IDW has a lot of complex characters, and I will admit, I'm still getting into a lot of them. I only recently started diving into the comics because, well, why not? I love Transformers, and I lost the old IDW collectible comics that came with the action figures when I was like 8, so it's been 10 years. So this is basically my catching up phase. This video is all about Tarn, the leader of the DJD, or the Decepticon Justice Division, and his final moments. So, sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's get started. Tarn's origins, we don't know a lot. His past is very mysterious, but it's heavily hinted that he was once known as Glitch, a friend of Optimus Prime, an Autobot who could talk to machines, making them obey or shut down during the Cybertronian War. The Decepticons captured Glitch. Through brainwashing and likely torture, he is broken and rebuilt into Tarn, and fiercely loyal enforcer. Tarn's loyalty isn't about fear or personal ambition. It's an obsession. He believes in Megatron's mission and the Decepticon movement, but not enough that Megatron becomes the measure of all things for him. Tarn even wears a permanent mask shaped like the Decepticon symbol, signaling that he had erased his own identity to embody Megatron's ideals. He eventually leads the Decepticon Justice Division, a secret black force or police of the Decepticons that punish traitors, becoming the ultimate defender of the ideological purity. Quick side note, the DJD have done a lot of heinous things, and I recommend you go watch this video to really understand, because whoa, they have done a lot of heinous things. But anyway, Tarn is scary because he's unpredictable. He's scary because he's a natural result of obsession mixed with extreme ideology. Unlike Starscream, who schemes and betrays just for the love of the game for his own ambitions, Tarn is the complete opposite of him. He does not manipulate or look out for himself. He's there to protect the ideology. Even when Megatron does things Tarn cannot understand, when Megatron eventually abandons the Decepticon cause, Tarn cannot process it. Reality does not match his obsession, so he twists events to fit his belief, blaming coercion, betrayal, or even corruption. Every violent act Tarn commits is a moral correction. His claim is to prove that the Decepticon cause is not dead. His calm, polite demeanor makes this even creepier. He's not just a villain, he's a living example of how ideology and obsession can override humanity. Tarn's devotion to Megatron is absolute. It's not just admiration, but it's almost a sacred loyalty. I mean, if I could use a good example of the opposite of him, let's look at Starscream, for example. Starscream, no matter his iteration, well, except one of my favorite versions, is always selfish, power-hungry, and willing to betray you at any moment if it fits his goals. Tarn crushes dissent and punishes traitors and defends Megatron, even when Megatron's actions doesn't make the most sense. This contrast is fascinating, because unlike Starscream, who's willing to just do anything out of his own ambition, Tarn is not defined by it. He's defined by his duty, protecting his truth, Megatron's truth, no matter what. Sadly, Tarn's greatest strength is also his biggest weakness. If Megatron is the truth, what happens when Megatron changes? Tarn becomes trapped, unable to adapt, yet unable to deny reality. In a different world, Tarn could have been the hero. Disciplined, principled, reliable, loved. But in this universe, his loyalty turns horrific. He's rigid in a world that demands change, making his tragedy unavoidable. I really think about these things, but now I want you to watch a clip from Jordan James' comic dub of Megatron and Tarn interacting. He did a really good job, and me trying to voice act this could not do it any justice, but I still want you to go ahead and check out his original video. It'll be linked in the description. So, with that out the way, I'll have some thoughts to say after this interaction.
Tarn.
Megatron.
At least let me see your face.
This is my face. What did you want to say to me?
I surrender.
You surrender? Of course you do. That's all you do these days.
I haven't finished. I surrender on one condition. That you spare the others.
Your life to preserve theirs?
They're only in this situation because of me.
That's true of all of us. You think I'd be standing here, looking like this, if it wasn't... if you hadn't?
I know. I corrupted you.
You liberated me. You helped me realize my potential. You saw greatness in me. You saw yourself.
I saw an opportunity to hurt someone. I saw a chance to prove a point. After all, if you could be turned. You think I've changed, but all I've done is change back. I'm more him than the monster he became. The monster you still idolize.
My Megatron was a hero, a revolutionary, who knew when to fight, and when to keep fighting.
I went too far.
Did you?
Of course I did. You're proof of that.
You've achieved more than any Cybertronian who's ever lived.
Yes. So why do I feel as if I've wasted my life?
You want to talk about wasted lives? What about all the people who died following your orders? The road sweepers and the haulers, the miners, all those who died in service to a future you promised to bring about? Did they waste their lives? Did I waste mine? Look around you. Every flower represents a life you ended. A death for which you bear full responsibility. You think they're all Autobots?
I'm more than aware of my legacy. Every day I collapse under its weight.
Is there anything you don't regret? Anything you wouldn't change?
I don't know.
What do you know?
I know everything is connected. I know it's impossible to preserve some moments and not others, however tempting it may be. I know that not long ago someone tried to kill me before I was born, and I know I hated them less for their ambition than their failure to realize it.
That's enough. I can't stomach any more of this. I just hope that you realize that I'm doing this because I care. I'm doing this because I admire the person you were and hate the person you are. Is this it? You won't even try to resist? Fight back, damn you!
Never again. Never again.
If you fight back, I'll stop. I won't have a choice. Even after all my upgrades, even after all the nuke, I know you can beat me. Megatron unchecked can beat anyone.
Not anymore. Optimus filled me with poison. Fool's energon. It makes me less than I was.
I don't see what's funny.
Fool's energon. It can make you think differently. It can change you.
Change you how?
Perhaps any doubts I have about becoming an Autobot are being suppressed. Perhaps I'm being denied the luxury of a change of heart.
So you might still be you. The real you. Deep down.
Perhaps. But here's the thing. Here's what's funny. The thought of anyone tampering with my mind used to terrify me. But if Prime's chemicals have kept me in line, then maybe that's a good thing. I'm better like this.
No. You're better dead. But you're not dead, are you? If you were dead, your hollow statue would have turned itself off. No matter. One more shot, and it's lights out.
Okay, I don't want to spoil any more of that really good comic dub. Definitely go check out his video. It will definitely be linked in the description. Remember that question I asked in the beginning of the video about going through the whole 7 stages of grief? That was Tarn in that whole interaction. He, quote unquote, cares for Megatron, but in reality, he cared more for the cause he had for Megatron. Megatron was his idol, someone he looked up to. And as you can see, Megatron was disgusted with himself. He even said for himself, I poisoned you. I corrupted you. But to Tarn, it wasn't like that. And he was disgusted with seeing Megatron take the Autobots' side. And that whole conversation about how the flowers you see on this planet is like every life that he has taken. You know, Tarn is basically saying, you know, it's not just the Autobots you killed, but the people like me you liberated. And that's what I really loved about the interaction between the two of them. And that's why I could not voice act it myself, but I definitely plan to voice one of the other characters. Future video. I definitely love this interaction. I really do. I sound like a broken record, but it really shows the interaction. Tarn is now faced with a person he looked up to. And now, since the cause he believed in has died, why not just kill the source? Why should Megatron live? He's trying to kill the thing he has become. He wants to bring back the old Megatron from the ashes. And he was content with just killing him off because in Tarn's mind, why should you live? If you really believed in the whole Decepticon cause and decided to switch over to the Autobots, you don't deserve to live anymore. You're a shell, a husk of who I once believed in. That's the mindset of Tarn. He was content with killing Megatron. And you see it at the end. He's like, your statue hasn't turned off. So why not? Just one more shot and it's over with. Tarn isn't exactly a tragic villain by any means. He's definitely a villain, but a very mixed up villain. He's still a monster by all the chaos and grief he has committed, and all the poor Decepticons who were done with the war had to suffer through. But that's Tarn. He's definitely a study of a character that shows obsession and ideological extremism. He shows how his belief can consume his identity. Like, just look at the interaction he had a while back in the little comedy dub I just showed off. Megatron admits that he was wrong. He corrupted him. He basically forced this on upon him and told him to take off his mask and show him his face so he can look at his greatest creation and also failure in the eyes. But to Tarn, the Decepticon symbol, his very mask is his face, the very thing he believes in, the very thing he will fight for. And that's the saddest tragedy of all, because it just shows how his belief assumes his whole identity, this logic he has, and how his morality was twisted to justify violence, and how loyalty can strip away the critical thinking. What makes Tarn compelling is not just what he does. It's his mind. His mind and his logic behind things are so interesting. It's in a perfect sense, and that's what makes it terrifying. And yep, that dude's about to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was definitely a video I've been meaning to make in a long time. Originally, this was supposed to come out last week, but unfortunately, I had to study for a test, and I had a lot of testing to do because of school. But I hope I did a good job explaining how Tarn functions and why I like his character. So, with that out the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Please consider liking and subscribing, telling a friend or a family member, and remember, have a great day, and if you have a dream, you can do it. Goodbye, folks. See you in the next one.